Good morning, Agape. We're grateful that you're here today. We're going to open up with this magnificent band. We're just so grateful that they're here. We're grateful that you're here today. Bless your heart. We are the harvest.
We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we've been sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we've been sowing. We are the harvest we reap. I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. We are the harvest we reap. We are the harvest we reap.
Thank you so much, Jami. One of my favorite songs. Thank you. Good morning, Agape. Now it's time for our meditative thought. The inspired thought of God through and as Reverend Dr. Michael for each of us this week to put into play, to put into practice. This is what he writes for us. This is for you. As events present themselves in your experience, train your consciousness to be in gratitude, independent of judging them as desirable or undesirable. Remain unattached. Then at night, train your last thought before sleep to be one of thanksgiving for the miracle of knowing God, whose pleasure it is to give you the kingdom. That's from Reverend Michael for you for this week. Love you. Jami.
Welcome once again. My name is Jami Lula, and this is our congregational. It's called Use Me. Join us.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use What must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
All that we must be and do, the use me vibration. It was Jami Lula. We emerged from the Great Spirit. We've been given an individualized expression of the one mind, and the ability and the willingness to manifest body in all that we can bring into expression representing the good of God. I welcome you to the Agape International Spiritual Center. Today, we're celebrating our way home. It's a homecoming for each and every being tuning in right now. Our musical inspiration today, one of them, is Mijan Owens. She burst on the scene in the 90s with the garage dance classic. Her massive #1 hit, All Right, was on 95 records, was Billboard charted. She embraced many stages throughout Europe and with our own Agape International Choir. She was the top 100 artists with a remix of the song From Within, written by Dr. Ricky. She was #5 on the dance charts. Now, Mijan's remix of Al Green's classic, Love and Happiness, produced by Groove Junkies, is soaring at the Trax Source top 10 soul funk disco charts and top 100 charts. Matter of fact, if you want to check her out singing, you can see her on December 16th. That's 3 days from now. www.healthforpeace.com from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific. And that's for the Chad Senegal South African Health for Peace virtual concert. All the things that I've said about her is true, but most importantly, she's a great mom. Secondly, she loves God. And she's a great being. I've seen her grow for a number of years here at Agape. Now she's going to bring the funk. Mijan Owens.
On the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, talking about how love can make it right, yeah, well, happiness is when you really love somebody, yeah, but nothing's wrong with being in love with someone, oh yeah, love. be good to me, I'll be good to you. We'll be together, yeah. We'll see each other and walk away with victory, yeah. Oh, hey, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Love will make you do right. Love will make you do. Love make you come home early. Love will make you strong. The power of love. Ooh, love. Love. Ooh, the power of love. Good old-fashioned love. Oh, love and happiness.
That's it right there. Love and happiness. That's Mijan Owens. Mijan, step up here for a second. Come back. Mijan, come back. I want you to see her because we love when our artists get supported. So I want you to support her. I want you to purchase her track, Love and Happiness. You go to Trax, TRAXSOURCE.com, right? Yes. That's how you can get more of Mijan, de jour. Give her some more love on the chat there. Traxsource.com, Love and Happiness. Woo! Curtis Bird, how you doing, man? What you got going over there? Let me hear it. You can start it off. Joshua Sklar, let me hear it. John Hart. Mitchell Foreman, practitioner. We turn within where it all begins, and we begin to see ultimate reality. With our feet on that path, we set ourselves free and fly into heaven. Go wee, wee, wee. Something told us that we're beautiful. Something told us that we're divine. Something told us that all of life can be yours and can be mine. We step into this wonderful stream of life and live freely without any strife. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I see, that we're born free and get to live in glee. That's what I know. That's Curtis Bird. That's Joshua Sklar. That is John Hart. That's Mitchell Foreman. That's us. Michael plus 4. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just taken over by the Spirit of the living God. And I welcome you to Agape today. And I want you to feel welcomed. Remember, the service may be virtual, but the intimacy is not lost. We're one in God. We're meeting at the center of each other. The center is everywhere, and it has no circumference. So the moment we just begin to realize that we're one with each other, time and space is transcended, and we feel the love. You know what I'm talking about. You may have a relative or a love in another country or in another state, but you still feel the love, even though their body is somewhere else. So we're feeling the love of God flowing through us right now as a global community. We're not separated. We're at one with each other. So if you're stopping in for the very first time, we want to welcome you. If you'd be so kind to stand up vibrationally or to stand up physically, receive this. All of the practitioners that are online, we're embracing you right now. We see you with our inner eye, and we say, welcome to Agape. We recognize you. We see who you truly are. The dynamic spiritual image, likeness, substance of God. And indeed, we see that you are a one-of-a-kind wonderful, a one-of-a-kind magnificent, one-of-a-kind beauty. You reveal infinite potential, divine possibilities, and endless opportunities for good. This is what we know about you. So we appreciate you. We thank God for you, and we welcome you to Agape International, a global nation for good. Thank you, and welcome to Agape today. As I indicated, there are many spiritual therapists, licensed practitioners that are online chatting with you, praying for you, and they're very beautiful beings because they know the presence of God and are steeped in spiritual technology. We have an individual that's going to represent that field of love and beauty and intelligence, Kimberly Arn. She's coming forth, and she's going to bring forth the affirmations, purpose statement, our selected reading for the day, and she's going to anchor us with this morning's evocation. Practitioner, Kimberly Arn.
Good morning, Agape. Reverend Michael's theme for this month is, with all thy getting, get understanding and inner standing. And his topic is, the acquired taste of being you. This morning I had the joy of facilitating our meditation with music by practitioner Mitch Foreman. Yes. Today is Eclectic Sunday, and our musical inspirations are Mijan, Owens, and Jami, Lula. Licensed practitioners are currently holding prayer vigil and engaging with you in the comments of this broadcast on Facebook Live. You are invited to share any prayer requests there or contact our prayer ministry directly. Now it is time for our affirmations. I invite you to please stand and repeat them aloud after me, line by line. God accomplishes all things through the high vibration of my willingness. Unity is the essence, and love is the action of all my relations. Laughter and levity lift me out of the gravity of any experience. Circumstances bend themselves around God's big idea of my life. Perfect health is the frequency, the activity, and the manifestation of my body temple. All the power, all the presence, all the plenitude of God is mine today. Gratefully I let it be. And so it is. Amen. Agape's purpose statement. Our purpose as an intentional spiritual community is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that they are unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody an understanding of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through the new thought, ageless wisdom teachings, and the energy of unconditional love, we are committed to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence on the planet. Simply, we are here for God. And now for our selected reading. Our selected reading comes from the book, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. It can be found beginning on page 187 of chapter 12, God Within You. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. You no longer sabotage yourself, your own happiness, or your own love. You no longer carry all that guilt and blame. You no longer have all those judgments against yourself, and you no longer judge anyone else. From that moment on, all the beliefs that make you unhappy, that push you to struggle in life, that make your life difficult, just vanish. Surrender all those ideas about being what you are not, and become what you really are. When you surrender to your nature, to what you really are, you no longer suffer. When you surrender to the real you, you surrender to life. You surrender to God. Once you surrender, there is no longer a struggle. There is no resistance. There is no suffering. Being wise, you always go for the easy way, which is to be yourself. Whatever you are. Suffering is nothing but resistance to God. The more you resist, the more you suffer. It is simple. And so I invite you to turn within for a moment of prayer. And so with a grateful heart, I surrender, recognizing that there is only one power, and that is the indwelling presence of the Lord God Almighty. That which uplifts, sustains, and fuels itself as all of life. For God is, I am is God. I am what thou art what I am. This is the sacred song that resonates through all of life, God. And so I know that the magnificence of God is unfolding as this service, manifesting as unconditional love, joy, peace, harmony, and compelling right action. And so I am giving thanks for and blessing our beloved Reverend Michael, who I know without a shadow of a doubt simply surrenders, allowing the grace, the power of God to move through him, lead, guide, and direct him in delivering the message of this service with absolute ease. So I know the service is blessed, and I just simply allow it to be. And so it is. Amen.
It was Kimberly Arn, one of our magnificent practitioners here at Agape. You can feel she's prayed up, and that's where we want you to live. Another prayed up individual is Brother Jami Lula.
Another Floyd Lula song for you.
Let's all come together and sing this song. When we are united and standing strong, there is nowhere than the heart we share with one another, no other there. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit, come from one mind, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating. See our brothers and sisters in everyone. No one's outside the circle, no us and them. Embrace our differences, see what we can learn from one another. With love we affirm. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit, come from one mind, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit, come from one mind, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating, one life, one heart beating, one life.
Ah, Jami Lula, one heart, bleeding one life. Is that what it is, Jami?
One heart beating, one life.
One life, one heart beating, one life. You wrote that?
With Floyd, yeah.
You and Floyd did that one.
Yeah.
That's great. You're a great songwriter.
Thank you, Reverend.
Great singer.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
You can play the guitar good too. I'm just having a great time, you know. I can like look at these people and say I know them, they're my friends, and it's a beautiful thing. Someone said something to me recently, and I didn't think it was a big deal, but they said that I was so accessible, and I don't understand any other way to be. But anyway, what are we doing here? Life is good and all is well, and wonderful things are happening in the community. So I want to bring an individual up, a great practitioner. She's a great mom. Her son is doing amazing things that she's very proud of. You may see her on TV from time to time. She's a great actor, but she's a great being. Lynn Alicia Henderson is going to let you know what's happening at Agape.
Thank you, Reverend Michael. Good morning, Agape. Woo! So, as Rev mentioned, there's so many wonderful things happening here in our community. So, please make sure you go to the Agape website, Agape Live, for more details on everything. And all times are listed Pacific time. So what an anniversary. And in true Agape style, we are still celebrating. Get your limited edition 34th anniversary t-shirt, long and short sleeve styles available. Order yours now. They will sell out. Go to our website and click on the store and apparel. Gotcha. All right. Now, are you ready for 2021? Are you ready to reset and usher in a new year? Yes. Then save the date for Agape's New Year's Intensive, The Sovereign Soul, Meditation, Visioning, and Activation with Reverend Michael, Friday, January 1st, 2021, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, and stay tuned for more details. Now, are you stumped over what to buy that special person as a holiday gift? Well, how about gifting AU's first class offering of 2021, Meditation 2.0? What a great gift idea for someone you love. Join Reverend Michael in the first class of the new year. Strengthen your spiritual muscle. Recommit to a deeper meditation practice and build a strong foundation in preparation for the new year ahead. You'll be equipped and prepared for whatever 2021 has in store. So that's 5 Tuesdays beginning January 12th at 6 p.m. Register today at our website. Click on the banner. Also available are gift certificates to purchase for various amounts will be used towards all of our Agape classes. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Yes? Yes. Okay. Today, Teen Agape is open online at 11:15. You can join now even. Connect with like-minded teens engaged in transformational processes and learn how to live the principles of Agape. Click the Teen Agape banner on the website for more information and to join. Also, you can get your Agape Youth Fun Packs filled with the inspirational activities to support your child's spiritual learning and practice. We have expanded the live classes to include preteens ages 9 to 13 at 2 p.m. and children ages 3 to 8 at 3:30 p.m. Both are on live Zoom with music, singing, and more. To join, email revleon@agapelive.com. Also today, One from the Heart is offering our online bereavement support group. This meeting is for those who've experienced the physical loss of a human loved one and meets at 2 p.m. on the second Sunday of every month. Go to our website, click on the bereavement support banner, and sign up. You may also email bereavementsupport@Agape Live for more information. Also, if you have suffered from the loss of an animal companion, animal bereavement support is this Wednesday, December 16th at 6 p.m., and you can register on our website to attend. Also, if you need to talk to someone, if you're feeling overwhelmed, Crisis Support Clinic will be in session tomorrow. You can email us at crisissupport@agapelive.com to set up your 20-minute appointment. The clinic is open from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Each of these groups are offering on a love offering basis to the Agape community at large. Also, Agape has daily morning prayer at 8 a.m. and noon meditation offerings to support you spiritually during your Safer at Home period. Go to Agape Live at home for details. Agape spiritual community gatherings are also something taking place. Fridays at 5:30 p.m. Join an enriching, inspiring gathering led by our practitioners and ministers. Email scg@agapelive.com for more information. And Agape's Common Unity Ministries is happy to announce our annual toy drive. Benefiting Children's Life-Saving Foundation is now open for donations online. Additionally, we have another opportunity to support veterans that are transitioning into housing. We are excited to have you join us for both of these opportunities to share. Please email CUINAction@agapelive.com for all of the details. You got all that? Great. Agape Nation, how has being a part of the beloved community changed your life? Has Reverend Michael's teaching enhanced your practice or helped you find your purpose? You know, what is your testimony? We want to know your story and all the great work you are doing in the world. We'll share your Agape miracle. Make sure to upload your 2-minute video by using the banner on the Agape website. And here's another question for you. Have you answered
the call to dance with the Rev. Let's dance to being the blessing. Start right where you are. Put a little joy in your life. Kick in your step and bring bliss wherever you go. Upload your 1-minute video dancing during a Sunday service at the banner on the Agape website, and you may see yourself dance with the Rev on social media and on Sundays. Post to social media using the hashtag Dance with the Rev. And remember to tag Agape. So until next time, Agape, peace and blessings.
That is, was, and will be. Lisa Henderson. Lynn, you took my $1 million check from somebody. Thank you. I just wanted to mention that Jami Lula is one of our musical inspirations today. He's also, as you can see, been our chant leader today. Recording artist, teacher, youth leader. When you speak of Jami, this captures it. It is the rare artist that is larger than the canvas they occupy. Their mission is bigger than the stage they stand upon. Their commitment and contribution extend beyond themselves to encompass all who come in contact with them. Jami Lula is such an artist, and he is now about to not do a performance, but a transformance.
Thank you, Rev. Thank you, Agape. Thank you for being my home for the last 26 years. And just want to once again acknowledge Susie and William for their. William got into to Chapman University and the Dodge Film School. Susie passed her orals yesterday for ministerial school. Now I've got to call her Reverend. It's rather interesting. Oh, good morning, Reverend Susie. I'm just so grateful for this amazing band and the consciousness that they bring, and grateful for Reverend Michael for being my teacher, my mentor, my son's godfather, in this community that is Agape. You're perfect.
In my eyes, in my mind, in my heart and soul, in my life I have been searching for something, but you were my dream. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love, you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love, you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. Light-a-di-da-di-da, light-a-di-da-di-da, light-a-di-da-di-da. And all the angels sing, light-a-di-da-di-da, light-a-di-da-di-da, light-a-di-da-di-da. When I'm sad and dark, shallow and in doubt, when I'm trying my best to put one foot foot in front of the other. Oh, you're perfect. You're golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect. So I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection. In you as me. And though the angels sang, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. You're always there. You never leave. You're holding me. You set me free. Your guiding light, your empathy, your confidence to express in and as me. Oh, you're perfect. You're golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect. So I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing that I'm perfect. I'm golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect. So I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection. In you as me. Oh, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. And all the angels sing, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di, light-di-di-di-di-di. Check it out. You're perfect, golden light, my love. You're perfect, golden light, my love. Sing it at home. You're perfect, golden light, my love. Put your hand on your heart and sing to yourself. You're perfect, golden light, my love. And sing to the infinite within. You're perfect, golden light, my love.
That's our beloved troubadour, Jami Lula. I'm so glad to see him in person, even though the love we share is not dwarfed, it's not hampered by distance or time or space. And that's the same for all of us here today and all of you out there, because you know what? That's an optical illusion. You're not really out there. You're actually in here. No one ever experiences the world. They experience their thoughts about the world. And so as I think about Agape, as I think about you, and I think about these wonderful people that I get to be around, I just see light and love and luminosity and intimacy in the presence of God. That's what I have a direct revelation of, because nothing is out there. Everything is in here. And so I welcome you once again to the Agape International Spiritual Center, which, as a dimension of our intentionality, is to be an epicenter of divine love, an epicenter of peace and joy and harmony. Limitless love intelligence is our identity as individual expressions of the power and the presence and the love of God. And so we're seeking to continue to wake up to this truth and allow for our life to glorify this, you see. And so this is a process of awakening that is continual, that is always unfolding. I was thinking recently that my original adult revelation that woke me up to the presence of love and beauty and intelligence, in which I woke up and could see that, and could see 365 degrees, the light and the love and the beauty and the love that was penetrating my being, and the life and the energy that was everywhere. I was thinking recently, as I've had other revelations for years after that I'm still unfolding that first revelation. And it shows up as the other revelations that have occurred, but it's an ongoing unfolding of luminosity and brilliance and beauty, of which I do not take credit for, of which my life gets to bear witness to, and it's real. And this community is based upon that revelation and the revelations of individuals in our vision core, revelations of individuals in our practitioner core, in our student core, on our staff, our ministers. It's a continual revelation of our oneness with the presence, and everyone's revelation adds to the undergirding of a community that is about being an epicenter of divine love and a perfect peace. It's not about the building up of agape, so to speak. It is about being agape, being strong enough to be a point of awakening for humanity, the tip of the spear of transformation, and so that our presence on the planet activates the presence that's within each and every one of us. And so it allows me to stand in gratitude, to stand in thanksgiving, and to stand in appreciation, and for allow all of us to encourage each other to stay in that frequency and in that vibration. After the last service, I went up to my office to meditate and to pray before this particular service, and I received a note from a family who had stopped by after the service to just drop off this love letter from them and their family and their daughters, and the mother is carrying another baby. That'll be her fourth child. And they wrote me the most beautiful letter of when they arrived at Agape in Culver City a number of years ago, and how when they walked out of that service, their life had changed. The mother said that she received her sobriety that day, the day she came to Agape, and she was welcomed with hands of love and appreciation, and then obviously sat through the service. She never used substances again at all. That moment was her second birthday, as I was describing it in the last service. This year, her husband in February was diagnosed with cancer. And they said they stayed the course with Agape, the teachings, the practices, didn't lower their vibration, stayed in the higher frequency, and used Agape's principles and practices and the center, and he's cancer-free now. And she was describing that. They brought this letter over to me to let me know this, and their kids will be with Reverend Leon this afternoon at 3 o'clock, and they said that they are so articulate in these principles, and they're only 4 and 6 years old, So this is a lot of what's going on in our community, that people are staying true to the spiritual practices. They're not just listening to what I'm saying, they're listening to what I'm listening to. And as they're listening to what I'm listening to and entering into spiritual practice, lives are changing for the better, you see. And so when we embrace this month, our theme of with all thy getting, get understanding and get understanding being the embodiment of the truth that makes us free. The understanding is coming to an understanding of the spiritual principles, the understanding of the laws of the universe, the understanding of our philosophy that is more than a philosophy, it is actually a way of living. To get that understanding and to do the spiritual practice so well that there's an understanding, there's something that we stand in because it becomes the activity of our awareness. We stand in that vitalizing truth that indeed makes us free. And so when we hear that particular scripture that emanates from Solomon, who writes about wisdom in Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, and he says in substance, I've seen everything under the sun. You may remember this scripture. He's talking about, I've seen everything under the sun, and he goes on to talk about what he's experienced and what he's tasted and all that he's accumulated in his life and all the things that he's seen. And with all of that, wisdom comes forth and says through Solomon that all of that stuff that he's seen and experienced, all is vanity, all is vanity. Vanity, he says, vanity, vanity, all is vanity, striving after the wind. With all thy getting, get understanding, you see, that all of that stuff is vain. Vanity, striving after the wind. And the wind, you can't never catch the wind, you see. It's all, the trees and the leaves may reveal there's a wind. You may feel it on your face. But individuals are striving after the wind to get understanding. And we're saying this month, to get an understanding, to get an embodiment of these sacred truths that make you free. And so in embracing that dynamic, this community is always about sacred encouragement for spiritual practice, that something dawns upon your awareness and you become the living activity of the presence of God. The living activity of the presence of God. And for the newcomers arriving on the shores of Agape, we're very clear of the evolution of the understanding of God. And we're very clear on the evolution of prayer based on the understanding of God, because people pray based on their concept of God. And we understand the evolution. When you read the scriptures, you will see, particularly in the Holy Bible, the evolution of God from an angry, zealous, jealous man in the sky that has chosen people, that smites people, that sends people to hell, and things of this particular nature, all the way up to Jesus saying God is spirit, we must worship God in spirit, and John saying God is love. We've seen the evolution of the awareness of what God is, all the way to God is love. Therefore, our way of worshiping and praying is not begging or beseeching a man in the sky. It is a communion with the presence of God on a daily basis until the line of demarcation between us and God, which is mental, by the way, dissolves itself, transmutes itself, becomes null and void, and we see ourselves as we are seen. That our life in the light that is within us is the glowing, luminous light of the divine. And we're able to say, I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. No distance, no difference, no otherness, no other power, no other presence. The life of God is my very life, and that does not demean the presence at all. It magnifies the presence. As Mary said, my soul does magnify the Lord, meaning by us claiming our spiritual inheritance as love and beauty and intelligence and one with God is not demeaning the presence of God. It's not blasphemy. It is the magnification of the presence of God right where we are. To blaspheme to God means to limit God. Where are you blaspheming God in your life right now? Where are you limiting God? Where are you saying something is impossible in your life? Where are you saying that God works everywhere but here? Where are you saying in your life right now that God is limited, and love and peace and joy and wisdom and harmony and abundance and prosperity and creativity, innovativeness, resourcefulness cannot happen in this particular area of your life. Now that is to blaspheme God. That's to limit the presence that is never absent in your life. So we do not seek to limit God or blaspheme the presence of God. We seek to claim energetically and on an embodying level that our life is the life of God, as it is written that this life is the Christ presence, the hope of glory, the light that lights up every man, every woman that comes into the world. We could even say gender nonconforming, because God is gender nonconforming. It's male and female, so it doesn't conform to either one. So therefore, God is the first gender nonconforming being, a presence. I'm taking a little liberty here, but you understand where I'm going. So listen. The theme of the day is something along the lines of the acquired taste of being you. Woo! The acquired taste of being you. That's similar to saying the acquired taste of being free. The acquired taste of transformation, the acquired taste of being liberated, the acquired taste of soulful success. It's an acquired taste primarily because we don't know who we are. Individuals don't know who they are yet, you see. And let me just break that down for a minute. Let me know who you are. First of all, you have emerged from light and love and beauty and intelligence. You've emerged from life itself. And though linguistically, and convenient linguistically, we say, and as written in scriptures, that you're the image and likeness of God. You were created in the image and likeness of God. And it's not that you were really created. You've actually emerged from a field of love and beauty with the fullness of the presence of God intact within you. You emerged from light and love and beauty and intelligence. You emerged from God. You emerged from the quantum field of infinite possibility and infinite potential. The same way that a wave emerges from the ocean, the ocean doesn't just create a wave. The waves emerge from the motion of the ocean, with all of the ocean in every single wave, you see. That's who you are, you see. However, it's an acquired taste to get there, because we have unconsciously maneuvered ourselves into very limited constructs of who we think we are. You emerged from the presence of God. You did not emerge from your parents biologically, maybe, but not the living soul. You did not emerge from society. You may be affected by society, but you are here to understand that you live, move, and have your beingness in the presence of God, not in the context of society, not in the context from your previous education, not in the context from any training you had, not in the context of your parents' thoughts about you. You have emerged from the presence of God, and it takes a little bit of chutzpah, so to speak, to have an acquired taste for transformation, a taste for being you, because you don't know who you are. You think you are the constellation of sub-personalities that have manifested based upon your ability to survive in 3 dimensions, your ability to survive in time and space, your ability to survive in all that we can see with the sensorium, and so you had to adapt, you had to adjust and maneuver for the sole purpose of your survival. And today, many individuals are still living under the frequency of survival, even though they may have enough food to eat. They may have a house, they may have a car, they may have a job, they may have whatever they need to have in order to survive. They're still living under the aegis of the survival impulse, which is why Solomon, who had everything, had moved through a level of soul sickness, because he realized having everything wasn't it. Get all that getting understanding. So individuals have developed, okay, why is this coming? Had a pact with the devil, so to speak. And that is using the law as an anti-Christed law to only manifest in the material realm and not manifest the unfoldment of their soul. That just came through. I'm just a witness to what's happening here. And so the acquired taste of growing, developing, and unfolding is, it has to be acquired because of the detoxification that occurs. In other words, as you begin to be still and know that the God presence is within you, as you begin to pray with a deep sense of having a spiritual realization of your oneness with God and that all of your needs are met, as you begin to vision about the great destiny that's within you and trying to unfold, as you begin to study and understand the universal spiritual principles, as you begin to hang with people that are glowing for God and that are in an upward and expanding trajectory of becoming more and more and more themselves and embracing a success of unfolding their life in a most beautiful way, there is a detoxification of all that is not you. It begins to come up in your awareness. You begin to sit in meditation and suddenly or incrementally begin to be aware of the static and the dust and the grit and the lies and the fears and the doubts and the worries that have been subconscious but have been running you nevertheless. Begin to come into your awareness. And it becomes, you're detoxing all that is in you, the armor that you've put on because of past experience and interpretation of past experience, and that which has led you to calculated surrender rather than total surrender, because you don't have a total trust in the presence, because you don't know who you are and you don't know what God is, so you have to calculate your surrender. Well, I'll give a little bit if God gives me this. I'll do this if this happens. It becomes calculated rather than full on. And so this detoxification occurs. And as it continues to occur, and you become aware of that which is coming up is not a bad meditation. That which is coming up is not to be ashamed of. That which is coming up is not to be afraid of. That which is coming up is not to carry a sense of blame. You just become aware where you had to adapt and adjust and defend and protect and have compulsive behaviors at times to keep you from feeling all this stuff that wants to come up because you weren't strong enough to handle it at that particular time. But if you're listening to me right now, you're strong enough to handle it. You become still and see the salvation of the Lord, the self-elevation of the law operating in your life. And you begin to see, observe that which is coming up in your awareness and in your intention to grow, develop, and unfold. In your expanded awareness of being able to observe that stuff and not call it good or bad, not have any judgment on it at all, it begins to transmute itself, dissolve itself, disintegrate itself, and it comes into a higher frequency of life that is for you. Now, up to this point, all that stuff has been for you. It's been working for you as a state of protection, as a state of armor. It's been working for you, but everything is working together for good. Now at a higher and higher frequency, it doesn't necessarily feel good, and instead of trying to abate the pain or stop it or judge it or take an exogenous something so that you don't feel it anymore, you stand in the gap. You stand in the gap of it. Look at it with the intention to grow and unfold. You develop an acquired taste for transformation. And then incrementally, all of that debris begins to dissolve and go to a higher frequency, and you begin to taste freedom. You begin to taste peace. You begin to taste love and joy, and you begin to have a great discovery. It's not coming from out there. And it's not coming from someone. It's not coming from something you've earned. It's not coming from anything. You're projecting it from within your own being, you see. In other words, that soul sickness that Solomon faced and experienced, that soul sickness is being faced by the entire world right now. Because everyone is, I won't say everyone is using that colloquially, you see, that all these beings on the planet are facing a soul sickness because they've been trying to derive their happiness and their safety and their well-being from something out there. It's written on our money, in God we trust, but we don't trust. It's written, but we don't try it. We don't lean on it. We lean on everything out there, and we don't have the full-on, uncalculated surrender to knowing the truth that makes us free, to know the presence of God, Almighty, all beauty, all joy. So though we know about it, it's written on our money, we give lip service to it, it's not active within us. People have forgotten that going to temple, going to church, going to mosque does not take the place of having a personal revelation of your oneness with God. All of the communities assist in what? Encouragement and practice for the revelation. Just going to a church, going to a community or whatever is not enough. It is the community's encouragement for spiritual practice that ultimately allows you to set yourself free. from the limiting beliefs, the limiting thought forms, the limiting personal identities that you have accepted about yourself, and check this out, and the laws that those identities evoke. Every identity within you creates its own use of the great law of life. So if you have a limited viewpoint of yourself, I'm not worthy, all these bad things have happened to me, I must have been a bad person, I made so many mistakes in my life, etc., 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 and that becomes your identity, then that particular identity is using the great law of life to constantly replicate that particular point of view and that particular line of thinking and that particular level of experience. You're setting yourself free by becoming aware that you've emerged from light and love and beauty. You've emerged from life itself. This is who you are. And then you can really begin to embrace the teachings of Jesus, particularly at different times of the year when we celebrate the birth or celebrate the resurrection or the teachings all through the year. You can begin to embrace the fact that this individual in one incarnation realized his oneness with God, seeded the mental atmosphere, the noosphere of the planet. So 2,000 years later, individuals are still seeking to embrace what he meant when he said, when you see me, you see that which sent me. I and my Father are one. Individuals are still trying to grasp that. And it's difficult for them to do because they have mistakenly thought that the Christ was Jesus' last name, his surname. It's not his last name. It's a state of consciousness that occurred for him, that he said, ultimately, greater things than these shall you do. That light is within you. The kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. The difference between this community and other communities could possibly be that we really believe that and really practice that to a degree that individuals are popping into levels of freedom that they never thought even existed. And so we're seeking to understand. With all thy getting, get understanding and get understanding. And you want to get this, that you are a cosmic being. What do I mean by that? We're not just standing in the awareness that the multidimensional universe or the cosmos is operating through us. That's a good start. What's happening really is that we are becoming cosmic. Our awareness is expanding. We're becoming cosmic beings, you see. I don't say this lightly. When you look at the teachings of the Buddha, when you look at the teacher of the Gautama the Buddha, the teacher of Jesus the Christ, these individuals lived at a time in which people didn't even travel 40 miles from where they lived. They didn't have global consciousness. They had territorial consciousness. They had tribal consciousness. They had a really small perception of life. And so Jesus, bam, breaks through with a Christ awareness that he's at one with the full presence of God. He was able to say, hey, call no man upon earth your father. Oh, there's only one, and that's the presence of God. Abba, you see, the great presence of life, you see. And we, every child now, on the planet, pretty much, they also have access to computers and things of that particular nature. They have a global consciousness. They can just go to email and talk to or chat with somebody on the other side of the world, the other part of the country. That's a part of their consciousness, you see. That's a part of our consciousness. We have global consciousness. Now, the global brain is in existence. What we're seeking to do is create the global heart within all of us, you see. We're seeking to have an awareness of that Christed nature within us and then realize that we are cosmic beings. And then the issues of our life almost become laughable, you see, because here we are representing all of the cosmos, and we're concerned about such little things. And we need to be aware that as we practice, as it states in the 91st Psalm, that when we live in the secret place of the Most High, we make that our habitation, and this presence of God, the presence itself, becomes our shield and buckler. We're able to walk in the world and not be influenced by what's happening in the world. We can become knowledgeable about it, but not influenced. We can become aware of what's out there, but not influenced. And this is very important, particularly when the world has been seduced into fear and doubt and worry, and the virus of fear has run amok in the world. People have become seduced, and they're no longer inoculated from fear. They actually are living in the fear. You become inoculated from that when you come into spiritual practice, you see? And this is extremely important because there is the gospel, otherwise known there is the good news, and then there is the old, masquerading as the news. When you begin to enter into the awareness that this which is an acquired taste, because in the beginning, as I described, doesn't feel good because you're detoxing, you see. And sometimes your mood isn't quite up to it. Sometimes you have moods. I don't feel good about it. This is something's coming up, you know. But when you're able to embrace all of that and not judge it and just say, oh, I'm just having a bad day. I'm not feeling good. I'm in a mood. But you still go to the altar anyway. You see, I imagine, I'm just guessing here, I'm just taking a wild guess here, that sometimes you don't feel like taking a shower. But you probably do it before you go out and get with other people. I'm sure you do. Well, okay, 90% of you do. But you understand what I'm saying? The detoxification takes place. You don't feel good, but you do the work anyway. A freedom begins to be ensued in your life. Woo! I was describing in the earlier service, so I can remember a time in my life in which, you know, there was a sadness in my being. I was detoxing something. And it was with me for so long that it became a companion. I didn't know the genesis of it. Was I sad because of this? Was I sad because of that? This not happening, this happening. You know, I had it for so long that I was able to, in my meditation practice, you know, work through, was it this, was it this, was it this, is it the world that I'm feeling, whatever. And it came to a point, it didn't even matter. And I'm not saying I was sad, I'm saying sadness was present in my being. And I look at old pictures of myself at the time, I always kind of had my hand like this a lot, protecting my heart, because I used to have severe heart pains. After I had my initial spiritual awakening, I was stabbed in the heart and I died. And when I woke up, I could see differently in a lucid dream. But whenever the Kundalini energy would start to rush through my body, I'd have tremendous pain in my heart. Sometimes the doctors would have to come to my house in an emergency and check all my vitals because I couldn't breathe. And they never found anything wrong at all. There was nothing wrong with my heart. There was nothing wrong with anything. But the pain was still there. And I'm probably giving way more information than you need. But I remember one time going to an energetic balancer, and he did something to my spine and opened something up. Woo! And the energy just flowed through my being, went to the top of my head. It was like he said I had bad internal posture, that I wasn't allowing all the love to flow through me. I wasn't accepting it all. Anyway, over the years, that got cleared up, and I was able to flow in a much powerful way. But I was left with this sadness. That sadness became a part of my meditation practice. It was always there. So I didn't try to get rid of it. I didn't try to smoke it away, drink it away, drug it away, get rid of it. It was just a part of the matrix of my mind and emotional body. And so I learned to embrace it, to just, there it is. Every day, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. It became a focal point. It was in the present, so it became a part of my present awareness. And then one day when I sat down to meditate, it was gone. It had vanished. It had disappeared the way it had appeared. No longer existed in my matrix. And in its place was tremendous spaciousness and openness. And that spaciousness and openness was always there. It was just covered up by the fog of that sadness. Just as the light of the sun is always shining, but there are clouds and fogs and smog. Sometimes that blocks you from seeing it, but it's always there. So in this spiritual practice, this did not feel good, but it brought me to the altar every single day. I went to the altar every day. And then one day it dissolved. And there was a level of freedom and liberation and clarity and spaciousness of which I had not experienced up to that particular moment. That was an acquired taste. To go to the altar every day, anyway, and then go to the altar every day because of. First it was in spite of, sadness, and then it became because of. There's my friend, sadness. There it is. It's there. It's keeping me present. And then there was freedom. I know the sub-personalities that you have. I know how your mind has been seduced by external circumstances of fear and doubt and worry. I know. It's an acquired taste. But you are a cosmic being. You're clearing the decks so that the presence that is everywhere, you get to represent it as a Christed cosmic being. So you're not here to tinker with and fix your sub-personalities. You're not merely, a psychological being, you see. Yes, you are a psychological being. That's a dimension of you. But you're not here to fix those little personalities. Behavior modification. Don't do this. Don't do that. That works at a certain level. It's like the 10 Commandments. Don't kill people, okay? Don't steal. Don't do this. That's beginning stages. Then tinkering with your personality. Beginning stages. But at a certain point, you have to see yourself to be free. That's prayer. That's meditation. You have to see it. You see it without judgment of anything else that you used to be. Whew. It's your birthday. It's the family that wrote me that letter. They had watched the 9 o'clock service, and I was sharing how you have 2 birthdays. You have the day that your mother gave birth to you, and then you have the day you awaken to the truth of your being. That's your second birthday. That moment that you see yourself, that's your birthday. The woman that talked to me, she said that was her birthday when she came to Agape, and on that day became sober. That was her birthday. She awoke to her being. Everything is different after that, you see. So what has your mind been seduced by or provoked by? I'll always remember a seminar I was teaching a few years ago, and it was in another spiritual community, and it was packed, and it was to the point where I was now fielding questions from the audience, and this guy raises his hand, and he says, you're nothing like they said you were like. There were people that said some bad things about you, but you're nothing like that. And I said, have we ever met, you and I? He said, no. I said, have you had any experience together? He said, no. I said, so you were having a relationship in your mind with somebody who had seduced you into thinking I was a certain way. You were having a relationship with a fictional character that someone had planted in your mind about me. He said, yes, exactly. And then that allowed me to teach upon how the world is seducing you with thoughts about the world that aren't real. But people are having an experience of that lie. Hear me when I say there is no lack or limitation in a quantum field of abundance. There is nothing outside the presence of God. Do not be double-minded, saying you believe in the presence of God and then you believe in all this other stuff. You can't have it both ways. You have to not have a calculated surrender. You have to surrender totally and come to an awareness about the presence, so you're not just believing what someone is saying about it, that you're having a direct personal revelation of it. So you're not having a fantasy about it. You see, this individual's having a fantasy about me that didn't even exist. And then he came to know me and said, wow, you blew my mind. You see, God is awesome and wants to blow your mind. Awe replaces the word fear in the Bible. Oh, woo-wee. I hope you're catching some of what I'm saying here. Let's start over. Not totally over. I want you to catch this. It appears to be an acquisitive appetite. That acquisitive appetite is actually the source of creation, the evolutionary impulse that wants to be set free. When thwarted, it becomes an acquisitive appetite for survival. If I get enough this and enough that and enough this and enough that, I'll be happy, I'll be joyful, I'll be pleasant, I'll be peaceful. We say with all thy getting, with Solomon, with all thy getting, get it understanding and an understanding. Because all this stuff is vanity striving after the wind. Come out of the survival impulse through prayer and revelation. And then everything is taken care of. Remember, the lilies of the field, see how they spin and toil and not, and they not have one anxious thought about anything. You'll be taken care of through your intuitive and direct knowing. If you have a survival issue going on, you'll be guided left instead of right. You'll know not to do this, not to do that. You're not going to just not have the survival instinct, but it's not going to run you. What's going to run you is creativity. What's going to run you is innovativeness. What's going to run you is resourcefulness. That's what's going to run you. It's different. It's a different field. You come into success, not just worldly success. Success of the unfoldment of your soul and having all of your needs met. This is a guarantee from the presence. It's a promise. It's a promise. So with all that getting, get understanding. The acquired taste of being you. Who are you? You've emerged from the quantum field of light and love and beauty with everything. It's an acquired taste because you have to detox your embrace of the lesser identities as your real soul identity. You did not emerge from your parents. Only biology did. As a living soul, you emerged from the presence. There's a lot here. And so what are you doing? You're entering into practice, practice, practice. It's inside, not outside. Remember the individual that had promised his wife that he would stop drinking. And he broke his promise one night. He went out to the bar and got really drunk, fell down, cut his face, went to the bathroom, cleaned himself up so she wouldn't see. She was a deep sleeper, so he didn't wake her up when he got in bed. And she woke up in the morning, she threw water on his face and woke him up. She said, "You've been out drinking again." He said, "No, I haven't, dear. I haven't touched a drink." She said, "Come here." She took him into the bathroom where he cleaned himself up, and he had placed all the Band-Aids on the mirror, not on his face. You get it? Get it? You get it? So my daughter always says, "Get it? You get it?" He had placed the Band-Aids on his cuts on the mirror. He had gotten busted. That's just an analogy. We're always trying to fix the outside world. Ooh, listen, I'm hearing something. We're always trying to fix the outside world according to the way we want it. That's a direct line to fascism and dictatorship. When you're trying to fix everything the way you want it to be, rather than seeing the way it is and then being guided to allow it to manifest. Oh, there's so much here, but I gotta stop. I got to. Eventually, you see, there's a great destiny that's within you. It's a good destiny. It's a good destiny. Now, I'll just say this. People starving on the planet, people having disease, people having lack, limitation, experiencing it. We're to be the light bearers that allow for the manifestation of good to be on the planet to handle these issues. Now, somebody incorrectly will say, well, all of these people that are experiencing that, that's God's will. And I would say to them, if your daughter or son didn't have any food or were hurt, would you not do anything and say, well, that's God's will? No, you wouldn't. So all these people on the planet, they're all your brothers and sisters and sons and daughters. Therefore, you have to see great possibility and allow the will of God, which is a greater expression of life, to take over. But you can't do it with your limited personality, because you'll try to make something happen. You try to vaccinate the whole world or something crazy. Listen to your inner voice now. Don't listen to me for a moment. Hear, not your opinion, hear your heart telling you who you are. Hear your heart telling you that all of your needs are met. Hear your heart telling you you don't have to believe in God, you have to have a direct personal revelation of the presence. Hear your own heart. Beyond the seduction of the world, beyond the provocation of the world, the intimidation of the world. Because we're provoked, intimidated, and seduced. But the presence, it's waiting for you to be humble enough, come out of know-it-all, receptive enough, available, the greatest ability, availability, responsive, catching the insight and putting it into action. And then healing happens, the revelation of truth. Wow. Listen to yourself, your real self now. Listen to what I'm listening to right now. Fortunately, I get to come back week after week because there's so much that wants to pour forth. So as you have this insight and this revelation about your safety, which is a state of consciousness, nothing can protect you but your own consciousness ultimately. Your security as an inside job. Taking responsibility for your life. Feel it. You will now become a celebrant of the divine. Woo! You'll become a celebrant. You'll celebrate the divine presence. You'll give vent to the cosmic celebration. You'll become cosmic, expanding your awareness. Yes, you will. That's your real destiny. Let's watch these people on Dance with the Rev celebrate.
That's great.
I know her. Annie Rosario. We're on the move, Annie.
That's it.
There's Donna DeLore up there on the screen. Dancing with Annie Rosario and her dog. That's the real doggy style. That's Annie dancing with the Rev. Are you ready to dance? Are you ready to dance? It's going to help you digest some of the teachings that came through today. Listen, if you don't digest it, you become spiritually constipated with a whole bunch of information. But if you take anything that was said and ruminate and contemplate on that one thing, and then ask and be responsive, how can I put this into action? Remember, humility, availability, responsiveness, healing. Humility, receptivity, responsiveness provides the healing or the revelation of truth. Okay, let's go. You start.
We are here to be.
Is that the song?
This light.
Okay, that's me. But that's not what we want to do right now. We're doing a reprise of Mijan, Owens. Love and Happiness.
Yeah.
There it is. happiness.
Love and happiness. Talking about love.
The oxytocin is flowing. Tonic chemicals are flowing. Teddy Bass, what you got, Teddy Bass?
Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah. Talking about how love can make it right. Yeah. Well, happiness is when you really love somebody, yeah. But nothing's wrong but being in love with someone. Yeah. Ooh, baby. Love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh. Ooh, oh. Hey. Love and happiness.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
You be good to me, I'll be good to you. We'll be together, yeah. We'll see each other and walk away with victory, yeah. Yeah. Hey, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh. Hey, love will make you do right. Love will make you come home early, yeah. Yeah, I'm a love. The power of love. Ooh, oh. Love. Ooh, yeah.
There you go, Teddy.
The power of love. Good old-fashioned love. Oh, love and happiness. It's the power of love. Oh, yeah. It's the power. It's the power. It's the power. The power of love. The power of love.
Everybody dance.
Can you feel it? We got
Everybody
love.
celebrate.
Yeah. Ooh,
Everybody celebrate the divine presence.
Happiness. Say it again. Oh.
Feel your way into yourself. Capital S-E-L-F. Feel your way into yourself. Oh, it's good to be home. When you realize you're a cosmic being, that's called a homecoming. You're home to yourself. Can you imagine? Imagine for a moment brilliance, intelligence, wisdom, guidance, direction being obtained in your awareness in a language and in a way that you can understand. That's the idea. That's the idea. When you're not provoked, seduced, or intimidated with errant thought forms of fear and doubt and lack and limitation, you start to hear the voice of the divine. Those are spiritual ideas obtained in consciousness, not through a mouth of a human. You catch it. Are you catching this? Catch it. Catch it. Are you catching this? Catch it. Catch it. Are you catching it? Catch it. Catch it. Catch it. Because the truth is that the words are not truth. They're pointing to the truth. And the truth, this stuff can't even be taught. It has to be caught in consciousness. Catch it. Catch it. We turn within in this moment, feeling the impulse of our oxytocin moving through us, that love drug. Because we love God. We love God. We love each other. We bracket all judgments right now. We put aside all opinions. Opinion can't heal. Judgment can't heal. It is our awareness of the presence of God, of the truth, that makes us free, that heals. So we turn within, where it all begins. And we close the outer eye and we see that all of the power and all the presence and all the love is right here. Oh, it's right now. It's our very life into being. We are so grateful. Honestly, we're so thankful, appreciative of life. Oh, my God. Thank you, life. Thank you, love. Thank you, beauty. How grateful I am. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful to be awake and aware and alive. To know even now that all of the presence and all of the power and all the love that there is, it's limitless, but it still must flow through us, our receptivity. We emerge from it, but we have to accept it. And so recognizing this grand presence everywhere, we accept our oneness with it. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. Accepting that right where I am, God is. And the very word that is being spoken is the cellular logos, frequency, the vibration of truth. I speak it for each and every individual tuning in at this precise moment, knowing that right where they are, God is in all of God's glory, and that every organ, action, function of their body temple is made every whit whole. Their mental body is clear. Their emotional body is pure. The body of their affairs are now reflecting the order of the universe, that they're not trying to make it happen. They're making it welcome by having a soulful dynamic at one minute with the presence of God. I see it clearly and call it forth. I allow this word to be a law of elimination to any thought form, any belief, any system of limitation that would hinder, block, delay, or deny the fullness of life and light from moving through these beings, so that ultimately they will be able to say that they are a cosmic being. They'll be able to say they're one with God. They'll be able to celebrate, have a mass celebration of the Christ, Christmas, the mass celebration of the Christ nature everywhere. Oh, everything glowing with it. Oh, thank you, life. Thank you. Thank you, life. I want you to feel this right now. Jami, give them a moment of feeling tone.
I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love. Love, 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 love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come here to be. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Oh, love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion.
Did you hear him sing that? Love is our religion. Religion means to bind oneself back to the source. That's what the word means. So love, our intention to love, our practice to love, is binding us to the source of all creation, which is love itself. In this prayerful tryst, I invite you to know the absolute truth about Jackie Freeman, that where she is the presence of God. That right where Peggy Zimmerman is, God is her life. Janvi Kaysen, right where she is the presence of wholeness and wellness right now revealing itself. Christina's mother, Nancy, is whole and complete in the mind of God. In my mind, she's whole and complete. In Christina's mind, she's whole and complete. In her own mind, she's whole and complete. In her doctors and nurses, they're beginning to see that she's whole and complete. Her body responds. Wholeness reveals itself. Gladys Bichette Bautiste, for her father Salvador. Oh, Salvador, we're holding him in prayer right where he is. There's the presence of God. Reverend Arlene's dad, Noel, and her aunt Carmen are held in prayer right now as we are embracing Reverend Arlene Hilton right there in Chicago, visiting and taking care of her relatives. Derek Poirier, who you saw him pray as a practitioner last week, his grandmother Leonie made the transition. We embrace Derek and his sweet grandmother and the entire family as she is living life after life, exiting the body temple. Emily Weston's mom, Lynette, right where Lynette is, hands of love are acclimating her to another dimension of life. And Emily Weston and family are free to experience their grieving process with the awareness that life never dies. Doris James, wonderful, wonderful being of light, moving here through Agape for so many years. You can see the old pictures of the old Agape there with the old Agape chairs and the photos. And there's Dorothy standing strong. And you know what? She's still standing strong with a light body. The entire Agape community holds her in prayer for the acclamation of her next journey of life, after life, after life. Oh, we give thanks for this. Thank you, Doris James, for coming through Agape. We'll always appreciate you. If you're holding anyone in prayer right now, bring them into your mind and your heart. Don't worry about them because, you know, you can't worry yourself to health. You can't worry yourself to wealth. You can't worry yourself to success. You can't worry yourself to wellness and well-being. You can't worry yourself. Worry can take away those things, but it's not going to bring them. So don't worry. Love God. Love the beings that need your prayer. Love them in prayer. And watch what happens. We give thanks for this. We give thanks for this. And we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. Prayer and love is our religion. Imagine for a moment the whole world woke up from the nightmare period of separation and asked the question, how can I love today? How can I give today? How can I share today? How can I be creative today and not exclude anyone? Wow. We'd bring heaven to earth and earth would become heaven. During this particular period of time, think about the law of circulation and your foray into it. You're jumping into giving today with an acclamation, with an enthusiasm, not with trepidation or fear, oh my God, or obligation. Close your eyes with me for a moment and I want you to give something. I want you to give thanks that you are alive. Give thanks for the next breath you're about to take. Give thanks for the blood that's flowing through your body temple, and give thanks that your heart isn't saying, I need all the blood, I'm not sending it anywhere. I'm going to hoard it. Give thanks that your kidneys, your lungs, your spleen, your pancreas isn't like hoarding the blood. It's circulating, eliminating toxins and bringing nutrition everywhere. Let us also practice the law of circulation. Let us begin to be great givers so that our hands will never be empty. We bless what we have to give today, what we have to share, whether we call it donation, whether we call it our tithe, our gift. We call it the way we live. We bless it and we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. And so we take this opportunity. If you're a part of the Agape Nation already, you know how to do this, go ahead and let your grand giving begin. If you're new, here's some ways that you can begin to enter into the stream of life more boldly. You can text to donate. Take your phone, text the word give to 424 321 6243. 424 321 6243. It's on the screen here. Text the word give and watch what happens. Your phone will prompt you. You can choose the amount and the regularity right now. Do it. Your phone is really smart. Secondly, you may want to mail it in. Even though it's called snail mail, I'll tell you something, it always arrives on time here at Agape. It's always on time. So mail your money order or your check to Agape International at 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. The address would be right here for a second or two. Write it down. 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. Let the giving begin. If you're on Facebook, there's a donation button right there. If you're on YouTube, you can do the text to donate, or you can go to agapelive.com. You need to go there anyway just to check out what's happening in our community. There's a donation button on that page. Let's make this welcome. Let's grow in our generosity and our love and our compassion. Don't be afraid to give. Step into the field of abundance. Practice abundance and giving, and watch what happens in your own life as you assist to stabilize the wonderful ministries and programs and staff and equipment and everything necessary for this community to flourish. Thank you for your generosity. I'll be right back.
Oh Lord, I'm grateful. I am so thankful. I feel the blessing, divine caressing. I am so grateful. I am so thankful. My soul's addressing the prayers I'm dancing. When I wake up, I pray. How can I serve today? I surrender all confusion. I live in humanhood. No one's misunderstood. We are all a holy union. Come on. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. Come on, Josh. So thankful, I feel her blessing, divine caressing. I am so grateful, so very thankful. My soul's addressing the prayers I'm dancing. When I wake up, I pray. Who can I serve today? I surrender all confusion. I live in humanhood. No one's misunderstood. We are all a holy union. Come on! We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. Take it home.
Holy, holy, holy. Stop in this moment unless you're continuing to give at this moment, and let us give thanks to the great God of the universe that is everywhere present, of which we have emerged from. We bless these gifts, these tithes, these acts of faith, these donations. We dedicate them to knowing the truth that makes us free, and we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. Thank you so much, Brother Willard. For those of you who don't know, today's Willard's appearance day. He appeared through his mother's womb on this particular day. He's celebrating the 40th anniversary of the day that he got here. I don't know how many years he's been on the planet, but we're celebrating his 40th year. Happy birthday, brother. Listen, Reverend Julie Moret has a powerful announcement for you. Listen with both ears and your heart.
Thank you. I'm going to be super quick. I am just here to ask for your money, so I am. As you know, the past few weeks we've been requesting that you give a year-end tax-deductible financial gift above and beyond your regular giving in honor of Agape's 34th anniversary. We want to thank everybody that has already given. Reverend Michael sees all your financial gifts come through, and he's always extremely grateful. If you know you're ready to jump into the giving game, please go forth. We've made it super easy. You go to agapelive.com, click on the home page, right across the banner, it says year-end gift. You click it, you're in. You can also text to donate, text the dollar amount and the word anniversary to 424-321-6243. Last week, Reverend Jason Mitchell was up here, and he shared that when the quarantine started, Agape didn't contract. We expanded. We have offered more classes, taught more students, had more free support and growth offerings than ever before. And right from the get-go, Reverend Michael said he didn't want to have to lay off any staff members. We've been able to hold to that because of you, because of your consistent, unwavering generosity. So we thank you and humbly request that you stay your course. Right now, our goal is to receive at least 100 $1,000 year-end contributions. They can be donated as a one-time sum of $1,000 or as $83 a month, and we're about a quarter of the way there. I heard that a few more came in, or a bunch more came in last service, so that's exciting. We'd love to have you jump in with us. Your financial gifts support Agape's 30 ministries, staff, ongoing programs, services, and daily operations, which includes producing 3 Sunday services every week. Our viewership has increased by 1 million people over the last year, which shows that there is an extremely high demand. Your finances help us meet that demand. We've also got daily prayer and meditation accessed by more than 400,000 people, compassionate crisis, grief, and bereavement support, virtual youth and family programs. They've sent out over 7,000 children's packets. If you saw Youth Sunday just a couple weeks ago, the teens facilitated the whole thing. They were brilliant. Do you have any idea how many thousands of dollars I could have saved in therapy costs if I'd been raised in these teachings? They're brilliant. Agape's Common Unity, Homeward Bound Ministry, offering support to children, seniors, and families in need. Agape Global Choir, did you see them? Folks from all around the world, many of you singing in unison. Due to the brilliant technology expertise of Ted and the whole team that got it together, that's made possible by your financial gifts. Agape University, virtual courses and special events. At this point, we're kind of like Netflix, Amazon, and HBO Max. And nobody really even knows what HBO Max is. But we're putting out a lot of great content. That's the point. Did you see the Into the Now Summit? Extraordinary, the best of the best luminary teachers from all around the world. It's still available for free on our website. That's what we're doing. We're putting out transformational program. We're able to do it because of your financial gifts. There are no Agape corporate offices in the sky that fund us. Agape is us. We're it, and so we are appealing to all of us right now to come forward with a year-end financial gift above and beyond your regular giving. If you are able to share in that sustaining gift of $1,000, amazing. Mostly what we're requesting is participation, that you energetically and financially opt in. For some people, $5 would be a respectable stretch for their current circumstances. For others, $2, $3, $4, or even $500,000 would be the meaningful stretch for their circumstances. The main thing is we just ask you to take a moment and reflect. What do you receive here? What inspiration, love, rejuvenation, healing, transformation, sanity, clarity, what do you get? And then ask yourself that question, what is mine to do? I have been asking myself that question constantly over the last 10 months with everything that's been going on. And just this last Wednesday, I was facilitating our weekly prayer and meditation on Agape Facebook Live. And I had this moment where I glanced over and I saw folks streaming in on the chat from all around the world, the Netherlands, Australia, Hawaii, all across Canada, London, all across the United States. And I had this moment where I felt just washed over with pride. I feel proud to be a part of the Agape International Spiritual Center. Do you feel that way? Do you get what we're doing? Take a quick minute and just plug in where you are in the world if you're on the chat. And then look at what we've created here. We are literally infusing the whole world in this moment with the frequency of love, which is the frequency of solution. It reminds me, Coretta Scott King sent Reverend Michael a letter a few years back that said that what we've created here at Agape is the embodiment of the beloved community that her husband, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., spoke of. It feels noble to me to be a part of this Agape movement. It feels like a mission worthy of our love and our finances. So we thank you so much for your generous giving. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Julie. I hope you not only were listening to her, but I hope you heard her. Hope you heard Reverend Julie about what we're up to here at Agape and what you're helping to sustain and magnify what we're already doing. We're not seeking to remain stagnant because of the global climate. We're seeking to glow and grow for the presence of God. And we did just discover that we have all the money we need. It's in your pockets. And so as you circulate it, you become the beneficiary of your own giving. That's how the law works. You benefit from your generosity. Ask anyone who is a giver, and you are soon becoming one right now. Let us sing out.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Remember, one of our gifts to you was our 3-day summit. It's still up for the next couple of days. So if you did not have an opportunity to view it, go to agapelive.com/summit. You'll receive a link, and you can still watch it for the next couple of days. It's free, our gift to you. Again, if you want to get the limited edition of our 34th anniversary t-shirt, long sleeve or short, you can get it. Or you can get many other t-shirts as well and just show your love on your body. Right now we stop and we stand still and see the self-elevation of the right usage of the sacred law. We accept that we are the great I am presence that has individualized itself. It's individualized the universal as the universal has individualized itself as us. We go forth and we glow. We glow for love and beauty and intelligence and abundance. We glow for God, and we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. Have a bright, glowing day. Stay the course in your spiritual practice. You're going to be so grateful you did. Peace and blessings.
I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love, 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 love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come in to be. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. My voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Wish you love, 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 love. I wish you purpose to create all your dreams and co-conspire with the light of your life. Come on. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh, 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 your answers to eternity are always deep inside you. That freedom of expression is yours to choose right now. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Come on, Mitch. Choice. Here we go. What? Mitch Foreman on piano, John Hart on bass, Josh Sklar on guitar, and Curtis Bird on drums. That's the Agape House Band. My name is Jami Lula. I'm so grateful to have been with you this evening. Oh, and Mijan. Woohoo!